Okay, I'm just going to quickly show how you could auto number a process in Lucid. So what I've done is I have gone to the context panel at the page level. That means I don't have a single shape selected. I clicked on the canvas and I see page up here. I added a custom data property that I titled step number, at which point I put in this formula. Sorry if you hear some banging. There's a toddler in the background. I used an if. And for the first condition, I said if count upstream equals 0. So in other words, if I'm the first step in a chain, then the step number should just be 1. If you count, and then this moves on to the next if statement. So if count upstream is equal to 1, so there's literally just one thing upstream of you. So that would be a case like this one, or even a case like this one where the decision only has one step pointing to it. So from steps to decision here in this case, then it should just be find that shape that's upstream, grab its step number property since they all have it, and add 1 to it. And then the sort of fallback final condition, kind of the else in this, is to a little bit more complex. This one's going to say, please go ahead and filter out all upstream items. So basically for this decision shape, or rather this terminator shape, it's going to say, go get everything upstream of this, which is all of these, and check if that list, well, everything that is upstream of this one does not contain this shape's ID. So we're basically asking a shape like, say, this one, really, to check everything upstream and to check and make sure that there's not an arrow pointing to process 5 from one of those upstream ones. And that's what's going to help us handle the branching. So you actually see this in, say, the process 6 here, and in this one being labeled 4 by taking the step number of just that one and adding it and updating it. So this should actually allow you to start adding branches. So as I add another shape here, it's going to be labeled 7. If I were to add something branching here, then this becomes 8. And then this also becomes 8 because they're both aware that they are branching out of 7. The final thing to ensure that this happens to everything is you have to apply to all shapes. So then I have the step number property. So I can do this on any property and I can just click those 3 dots and say apply to all shapes. That means that every single shape has now inherited it from the page level. So that's how we ensure that every step is aware of its step number. Now, how do we display it? That is using conditional formatting in this case. So I've created a rule and I've said if the shape data option for step number is not empty, then I want to go ahead and add an icon. In this case, I chose a text badge, and I actually asked it to display that shape data step number, and I just used a basic color. You can play around with this more. You can decide where you want this actually sitting. You can add hover text or change the background color if you want this to be like a charcoal gray or something. So you have a lot of options here, but that is essentially how you build out a rule that can display things and how you can auto number shapes and steps in your process. Yeah, thanks.